Now, first off, for comparison, I'll create a table which is not compressed at all. Then create a table which I shall call comp HCC with the same structure, and this table I'll use compress for archive high. That's the highest level of hybrid columnar compression that we can do. It's also of course the slowest and requires the most CPU usage. And just for comparison purposes, I'll create a third table which uses the older mechanism of deduplication for compression. Now let's just insert a couple of rows, enable timing so we can see if we do get any performance differences. Now to get any compression at all, you must use a direct load. So insert into I'm deliberately using data that should be amenable to compression and also to deduplication so we can get some sensible comparisons. How many rows? Well, let's have, say, 1,000,000 rows. Or even 100,000 rows. Now, I'll copy those rows into my other tables, again being sure to use a direct load. So about the same length of time as before, and finally into my hybrid columnar compression table. And we can see there's a significant time penalty on this. Now I think it's probably safe to assume that in the majority of cases the extra delay for inserting into hybrid column compression tables, and remember I did choose the highest compression and therefore the worst performance, that delay is probably acceptable because in most environments the load of data is going to be an asynchronous or offline operation. Well, let us just see how much space has actually been taken up. So first my not compressed table, then the deduplicated table, and finally my HCC table. And there we see it. So the uncompressed data, 234 blocks. The deduplication, 150, okay, but the hybrid columnar compression table down to 7. And that ratio, that's what, about 30 to 1. Of course, the data I chose is very amenable to compression, but particularly interesting is the comparison with deduplication, because that data is perfect for deduplicating as well. So we can see that hybrid columnar compression really does work.